Got to be Garrett.
No, I do not have a boyfriend.
Scotty Angus sitting on the 2 spot.
Unfortunately.
Bring it back for the JNR.
I think that still haunts me. That was seriously the most embarrassing moment of my life. Like, can you imagine being by yourself and crashing in front of the world, like with the world watching? Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that like, it was a stupid mistake. Like, I barely nicked the jump. I was watching all the girls in front of me overshoot it, so I was like, oh, I don't want to overshoot that. I'm gonna suck it up. And when I sucked it up a little bit too much and went straight over the bars. But I was hurting, and I think mentally I was just like, going into the Olympics, I wasn't prepared at all. I still had, I was 2 months off a broken shoulder. I wasn't mentally, physically, emotionally prepared at all because I thought I was the alternate. I was just going for the experience. And with him telling you a day before, like I wasn't prepared. I wasn't at the top of my game like all these other people were. And so that was enough in my head. And then to add that crash, and I had 15 tiny tears in my quad muscle when I did that crash and couldn't walk. And so Thursday, the boys had their qualifying, but the girls had a break. I spent from 7 a.m. Thursday morning to 11 p.m. in the sports medicine, and I would do ice and stim, go ride the stationary bike at the gym. Ice and stim, go ride the stationary bike at the gym. By the 6th time we went to the gym to ride the stationary bike, it was like 9:30 at night, and I was standing up pedaling on the bike, where in the morning when we first went, I couldn't even sit down and do one pedal. So I mean, like, my mentals were kind of messed up just because I knew I was hurt, I wasn't strong, you know, but I just did the best that I could. I mean, I was in that moment. There's nothing I could have changed but to give it my all and to be happy with how I did. And I did give it my all. I mean, it's embarrassing going back and watching the final. I'm like dead last behind everybody, but I did the best that I could, and I think that it's an advantage that I have going into 2016 is nobody can prepare you for the Olympic Games. I mean, you have to experience it yourself. It's literally, there's so many emotions that go into it, and going into 2016, I'm prepared for that now. And so I think that's an advantage that I have, and I think I grew a lot from that crash. I mean, I did get a lot of publicity for that. I got my own on-demand channel called Brooke Crain Crash. Just like stupid stuff, like my parents were sitting in the subway going to the games, and there was only one BMX picture in the London Times, and it was me upside down. And the lady in front of my parents were like looking at it, talking about it, and she's like, hey, that's my kid. So I got a lot of publicity out of it, but even at home, like when I'm out somewhere and they're like, oh, do you know the USA rider that crashed at the Olympics? Like, yeah, that was me. But yeah, I mean, I've had millions of crashes. That one just happened to me by myself with the world watching, so it was alright. Well, the first question is, you race bikes? Like, you don't look like somebody that would race bikes. And most people, they generally don't believe you. Like, I'm not the type of person to say like, oh hey, I went to the Olympics type deal. I don't want somebody to like me based off that title. I want them to like me off who I am. So I try my hardest to like not let new people find out about that. It's usually my friends that are like, oh, like she went to the Olympics, did you know that? And then it's like, you see people's whole demeanor change. Like, they treat you differently because of some title, when really I'm no different than any of these other kids that are out here racing. I worked hard to get where I was, to get to where I am. And I mean, any of these kids could get there one day if they put everything into it. Yeah, I would say like anybody, when you get in your 20s, you kind of realize, I'd say like your true friends. Most of my true friends are all in the sport, just because we have similar backgrounds. We don't want to stay up late, we all have bedtimes, but I have I would say 2 close friends from home, but they understand. Like if I don't want to go out on a Friday night, they understand.
To do some work.
And it's almost like a friendship that I don't need to hang out with them every weekend, and when I do see them, then nothing's changed, you know. But yeah, being a professional athlete, there's its disadvantages. Growing up, I obviously wasn't a pro, but that was where I wanted to be, and I missed out on school dances, on slumber parties, on, I mean, you name it. But it's all worth it in the end. You have to make sacrifices in anything that you want to do in life. And yeah, I wouldn't change it. I enjoy being a professional athlete more than I think I would enjoy being a normal 21-year-old chick going out every weekend at home. That's not even my scene to begin with. So yeah, it's not bad.